Ukraine is facing one of its most high-profile corruption scandals in years. This time centers around Energoatom, the state nuclear power company. Anti-corruption investigators say they have uncovered a massive kickback scheme worth up to $100 million. At the heart of it is Timur Mindic, a businessman and longtime associate of President Zelensky. He reportedly fled the country just before charges were filed. According to the National Anti-Corruption Bureau, Mindic and several top officials demanded illegal payments from contractors in exchange for keeping their deals with Energoatom. Among those named are former Deputy Prime Minister Alexei Chernyshev, Justice Minister Herman Galushchenko, and Rustem Umerov, now Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council. 8 people have been charged so far. 5 are in custody, while 2, including Mindic, are believed to have left Ukraine. The case, known as Operation Midas, involved secret recordings, code names, and allegations that money was laundered through businesses linked to pro-Russian figures. Ukraine's anti-corruption prosecutors say the investigation will continue and promise transparency. Officials stress that this case, though painful, proves one thing: the system is finally working and no one is untouchable. Why can't Donald Trump end the war in Ukraine despite all his promises and personal diplomacy? According to The Atlantic, the reason is simple. He keeps treating this war like a business deal. The article by Brookings Institution expert Thomas Wright says Trump believed he could make peace by recognizing Russia's territorial gains and offering Moscow economic incentives. But he underestimated one thing. Dictator Putin is not looking for a deal. He wants to destroy Ukraine as an independent state. In recent weeks, Trump even threatened to give Ukraine long-range Tomahawk missiles while pressuring President Zelensky to give up some land. None of it worked. Moscow doesn't want compromises. It wants domination. The Atlantic concludes that Trump is trying to close this war with a transaction, but Russia cannot be bought off. This isn't a deal to sign. It's a dictatorship that must be stopped. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited Kherson on Tuesday to mark 3 years since the city was liberated from Russian occupation. Kherson was captured by Russian forces soon after the full-scale invasion in 2022. After months of occupation, Ukrainian troops retook the city on November 11, 2022. Since then, Kherson has just remained under constant Russian shelling and drone attacks. Zelensky met with soldiers, local officials, and residents wounded in recent strikes. He also visited a hospital and presented state awards to Ukrainian defenders. The president said he held a meeting in Kherson focused on security and protection against drones, instructing the unmanned systems forces and other units to strengthen the city's defense.
I thank every one of our warriors who fought for Kherson, and everyone who is defending this beautiful city now, defending the lives of our people. Today, I held a meeting here with everyone responsible for security. Our military was also present, the unmanned systems forces. We identified what Kherson needs to strengthen its defense. Thousands of Russian drone strikes target this city every month. In fact, such a threat is constant. I have instructed our unmanned systems forces and other units to expand the defense capabilities here.
Russian forces have captured 3 settlements in Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia region, according to the commander-in-chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Alexander Syrsky. He said that situation in the area has significantly worsened as Russian troops increased their activity, taking advantage of heavy fog and their numerical superiority to advance near the towns of Oleksandrivsky and Guleipole. Ukrainian forces are now fighting intense battle for Rivnopilya and Yablukova. Syrsky said that combined fire has caused heavy losses for the Russian side, around 800 soldiers and more than 100 units of military equipment over the past 3 days. Despite this, the highest level of Russian activity remains near Pokrovsk. The general noted that Russian troops continue to suffer significant losses there as well. He also said that Ukrainian forces are increasing the use of home-produced long-range weapons, including Neptune and Flamingo missiles, as well as strike drones, which are effectively hitting Russian targets. Ukraine is fast becoming one of the world's leading drone producers, according to Bloomberg. The country now manufactures up to 4 million drones every year, from small FPV attack models to long-range reconnaissance systems. For comparison, the United States produces around 100,000 military drones annually. The rapid growth has been driven by two factors: the urgent need to counter Russia's aggression and the growing demand from NATO countries. Ukrainian companies are now expanding beyond the battlefield. They are opening factories in Europe, partnering with EU defense firms, and attracting foreign investments. Thanks to wartime experience, Ukrainian engineers are improving designs at record speed, developing new drone models in just a few months. Among the leading examples, Skyton opened a plant in Slovakia with over 10 million euros in investment. Raybird produces long-endurance surveillance drones that can stay in the air for more than 24 hours. Flywell is preparing a joint production with Finland's Summer Defense. Experts say Ukraine's advantage lies in mass production and lower cost. European manufacturers make more expensive weapons in smaller numbers, while Ukraine's approach is fast, flexible, and efficient. All 20 Turkish service members on board a military plane died in a crash in Georgia. The C-130 aircraft was flying from Azerbaijan to Turkey when it went down on November 11. On Wednesday morning, Turkey's Minister of Defense confirmed that no one survived and released photos of the victims. Defense Minister Yazar Guler expressed condolences to the families of those who lost their lives. This is not the first aviation tragedy for the Turkish armed forces. In 2021, a helicopter crash killed 11 soldiers, and earlier this year, an F-16 fighter jet crashed in Poland during an airshow rehearsal. Putin's fake office is exposed. Journalists reveal Kremlin's deception. Putin has at least 3 identical offices built to look the same in different parts of Russia, in Novoogarovo, Sochi, and Valdai. Each room is a perfect copy of the other. Same furniture, same curtains, same lighting, all designed to confuse viewers and hide the dictator's real location. An investigation from the Sistema project found that the Kremlin has been using these office twins since 2015 to film Putin's meeting and appearance. Tiny difference, like a door handle, a wall seam, or a desk color, exposed the deception. In just one of the fake offices, Putin held more than 130 official events, most of them online. After February 2023, he reportedly stopped using the Sochi office, fearing Ukrainian drone strikes, and later abandoned the one in Novoogarovo as well. Only in autumn 2025 did he begin to cautiously return to his residences. That's all for now. For more content, please subscribe.